All right. One thing I want to talk about is discipline. Now, some people don't understand what true discipline is. It's not about following rules. That is a part of it, but it's not everything. Discipline is following a standard, setting a standard for yourself and making sure that you follow it. And sometimes this means that you're not exactly the nicest guy in the world, but you can at least look at yourself in the mirror and go, I did what I believe is right. One of my disciplines is I do a good deed a day. I make sure the first person that I see that needs help, I help them out. And sometimes it's an easy thing to do. Sometimes it's not so easy. But I have that rule. I will help somebody out, regardless. And that makes me a good person. There is little rules. There are big rules. Like one of my biggest rules that I have is you cannot allow a friend to get away with something that you wouldn't allow an enemy to get away with. What that means is if you see somebody taking a donut, they didn't pay for it, but it's your friend and you let it pass. The next day you see somebody you don't like, they take a donut, they didn't pay for it. You don't dare go criticize on them. If you cannot hold the same rules for everybody, then you've lost. The battle between good and evil is lost the moment you let your friends get away with something. Because what type of virtues do you really have if you're going to let this person get away with a crime you wouldn't let that person go through? That means you're corrupt. You will cave into your friends on other things. How can anybody take you serious if at the moment's notice you're going to go, it's all right, Ted, you can do this. I'll cover for you. Okay? That is a part of discipline. Following a standard. Creating rules for yourselves. Now, like I said, this means that sometimes you're not the nicest person. Sometimes it means people think that you're an asshole. I take that with pride. I'm stoic. Which means sometimes you just can't let your emotions get involved. You have to approach things in a serious manner and resolve them in a serious manner. And that's what I try to do in life. But I am also not a Vulcan. I'm human. And I have my emotions. And sometimes they get the better side of me. Okay? And so you have to also follow your emotions. But you still have to have the rules. Okay? This is what makes us who we are. One of the phrases I like to tell people is, I'd rather have an asshole friend than a fair weather friend. And I say this because the asshole is honest. The asshole tells you how he feels. You never have to worry about if the asshole's going to screw you around, because he's already told you how he feels. The fair weather friends, on the other hand, haven't. They're going to tell you that everything is wonderful, everything is great, here and now. But these fair weather friends also want to be friends with everybody. And so they're going to tell you one thing, they're going to tell these other people the other things, and they are more concerned with their image. What ends up happening is you could need one of your supposed fair weather friends, and the moment that something goes wrong, they're all of a sudden gone, because they have an image to hold up. And so if they have to protect their image by screwing you over so that the majority of the people still think they're cool and all that, that's what they're going to do. But the asshole's always there. When he says he's going to help you, he will help you. If he says he can't, he's probably going to give you one heck of a good reason. Okay? So if you want to have all those happy, good friends and all that, great. But watch out for those good-for-nothing assholes out there who tell you how they feel. Because those are the true friends that you need to have.